Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming by. I'm here to do a collective check-in reading for the full moon in Pisces. The moon is going to reach fullness in Pisces on August the 31st at 14 degrees, which is approximately halfway through the energy. This is interesting for many reasons. I'll get to that in a minute. As I was sitting down to meditate on the collective energy, I got the television show Fantasy Island. I don't know if you guys, I'm aging myself severely here, but if anybody remembers the television show Fantasy Island from the 70s, it's a lot about facing your own fantasies. And that sounds like kind of a double counterintuitive in a sense. But Pisces, where the moon is reaching full, is ruled by the planet of Neptune, which is the planet of illusions, delusions, confusions. When you're in Neptune, there's no boundaries. Everything is kind of blurred together and it can be hard to tell. Now, the opposite sign of Pisces in astrology is Virgo, where we have the Sun and Mercury. Astrology is so wise, it works in balancing out partners. Now, Virgo rules the 6th house of the zodiac. That's the house of wellness and health and well-being. It's also the house of service and structures and routines. So Virgo asks us what is good for us. Pisces asks us what can you dream and what can you imagine. When you put those two things together, what we get is are our dreams and illusions and delusions actually feeding us, supporting us, building structures that we can exist within, Virgo, or do they lead us into the land of emotional confusion and frustration and groping around for something solid to hold on to, Pisces, Neptune energy. So we have earth and water together, and that when you bring those two elements together, you have a buildable material. You've got mud, something that dries and sticks and bonds and makes healthy structures that stand. With Fantasy Island, the TV show itself, the whole premise is that you can write into Mr. Rourke, who in the show is an agent of God or fate or destiny, and you can arrange for a scenario wherein you can experience your greatest fantasy. Part of the reason behind this for Mr. Rourke, or the agent of God, is because in order to be free of the illusions that keep us out of a state of true happiness, and true happiness leads to healthy, happy, structural decisions, Virgo, before we can make those decisions, we need to come face to face with the things that keep us out of the things that make us healthy. I hope that's making sense. So rather than being awash in your own fantasy and your own illusions, particularly as it relates to the emotional body, Pisces is a water sign, is what you dream of, is those things that call to your heart, is those temptations and those, that feeling of awash in the emotional body, is that actually contributing to your greater overall good? These are the questions that the full moon in Pisces asks. So also full moons are a time of culmination. When perhaps 6 months ago, when there was a new moon in Pisces back in March, whatever it was that came into play and into fruition around that time is now reaching a place of fruition. So for a lot of us, this might be a time of culmination where we're wondering if the things we dreamed about and the fantasies we have actually do support us, actually do provide us with a healthier, happier surrounding. At the same time, we have the major player of Capricorn in the sky in several ways. Right now, as that moon reaches fullness, we have Pluto retrograding through Capricorn. Pluto rules our past, karma, hidden things below the surface. And when it revisits through Capricorn, there's a lesson attached to that. So when we couple those two things together, we have the lessons associated with our illusions. And that's what a lot of us are being caused to question right now, especially with Virgo as a main player. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. It's our thoughts. It's our logic. It's, again, the structures and things that we build in a very logical fashion. And also, at the same time, Saturn, which is the ruling planet of Capricorn, I call it Daddy Saturn because it carries with it a lot of very important lessons. It's one of those because it's good for you type energies. And so we have Pisces, which is conjuncting the full moon in Saturn right now. Saturn is retrograding through Pisces, rather, revisiting our illusions, revisiting lessons that maybe we thought we learned but are here for a little bit of a pop quiz, a little bit of a reminder, taking us back to Fantasy Island, as it were. Also, right now, Mercury is in retrograde. In fact, 7 planets are heading into retrograde. And as we all know, retrogrades turn that energy inward. So once again, we're coming face to face with our own illusions and asking ourselves, what are the lessons attached to it? Saturn, Capricorn, what did we learn? And what can we build going forward that will be healthier? And that's Virgo. Also, Neptune, Pisces ruling planet, is actually in Pisces. So right now we have the full moon, Saturn, and Neptune in Pisces, the planet of dreams, of illusions, of emotional confusion, and also, most importantly, spiritual transformation. So when that Pluto, which is retrograde in Capricorn right now, when that goes direct into Aquarius, that brings the new vision, the change, and your future. So it's very important right now to come face to face, honestly, with those parts of ourselves that live in our dream space, those illusions, those fantasies, like I said, the things that keep us out of being happy. The work of Mr. Rourke on Fantasy Island was all about delivering you your biggest fantasy so that you can be free of it, so that you can see it out of the illusionary light of Neptune, which can be rather like walking through a field full of spider webs at times. The emotional body can become incredibly confused and murky. Saturn comes along with its structures and its lessons and saying, it's time to see clearly, and it's time to make decisions based on what you do know for sure. Moving out of that Neptunian energy into the clarity of Mercury, I can see clear, I know what I've learned, and the lessons of Saturn. This is very important because the people who leave Fantasy Island now, having come face to face with these sides of themselves, choose to live a more happy and prosperous life, now free from the shackles of the illusions that live in the Neptunian space, in the dream space. So when you look at all the houses that we have in play in astrology right now, we have the 6th house, which is Virgo, structures, health, well-being, service, routines. We have the 12th house, which is Pisces, the house of death and transformation, regeneration. Remember, that's the last house of the zodiac. So this full moon in Pisces is bringing a completion to a cycle in time where maybe we manifested things into our life that carried with it that illusionary energy. Okay, what else? We have a new moon in Virgo coming up on September the 14th. New moons are times for manifesting. Manifesting what? Healthier structures, better routines. How can we be of better service to the energy of love and step out of the illusion of love, causing that regeneration and transformation of Pisces and the 12th house? So prior to the opportunity of that new moon in Virgo to manifest those things in that are good for us, which of course is very interpretive based on our own self-awareness. Only you can answer what's good for you. But this is asking us those questions in time for the new magic of the new moon in Virgo. There are no mistakes in astrology. Fantasy Island is all about that kind of thing. It's allowing you to immerse Pisces, Neptune, into your own illusions so that you can be free of them and learn the lessons required to create a healthier, happier existence for yourself. So that's what I have for the astrology, you guys. Welcome to Fantasy Island, which is also very interesting because the actor who plays Mr. Rourke is a Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, Pisces co-ruling planet. That's about expansion and luck and new learning and adventure. Again, doubly important to face our illusions during that time. All right, you guys, let's get into the collective reading. This is for anybody, any sign. If it resonates with you, you'll know. My readings do tend to be fairly energetically specific. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You guys know the drill. Use your intuition. Speaking of Pisces, which is all about the intuitive body, I'm going to start off here with an oracle deck, the wisdom of the oracle. Let's just get the overall energy for whoever resonates with this reading during the full moon in Pisces. Already we have, oh, look at this. Fork in the road. Exactly, the new beginning in the past. This full moon is like a bridge through the illusions, and we stand at this fork in the road. It's going to be time to make decisions about your future once that Pluto leaves Capricorn in the new year and goes direct into Aquarius. So at this point with this moon, there's that fork in the road. Very interesting. Okay, let's get one more for the collective, please. I just moved into a new home myself, you guys, so this tarot table is a temporary setup. I don't have a lot of room for my usual spreads, but we'll work with it. What else do we have? By the book, following the rules, the structures, what's good for you, what will support you and stand the test of time. Saturn, Capricorn, right there. All right, we got by the book and fork in the road. So to do things by the book, of course, we'd have to be free of any kind of confusion, any kind of thing that leads us astray when we're choosing our new path. Time for a nap. A very Piscean energy, and a full moon is a time of completion. Also, we have 7 planets, like I mentioned, heading into retrograde. So time for a nap is about self-reflection and rest. Taking what you've learned through the lessons of Pluto and Capricorn and applying them to your decision. This is all about learning the lesson. All right, let's start off with the Psychic Tarot. Get some overall energy again. Take this a little bit deeper for the full moon in Pisces. What do we have? The base chakra, getting grounded, getting rooted, putting structures and routines into place that are going to support you as you process through this. My goodness, the Tower, disruption, Aries, Scorpio, and Aquarius here. It's got that Uranus energy of upheaval and change. During this time, anything that wasn't built to support you or built structurally sound is going to collapse so that the new vision can be built. The Tower comes in to wipe out any illusions. Now, these illusions could have to do with the things that make you feel safe. For a lot of us, our definition of what that means could be changing right now as well. We had another chakra card come out, the Crown Chakra. Interesting. We're talking about the full moon in Pisces, which is High Priestess energy, tapping into your intuitive body. We just talked about that. Let's get another one, please. The Tower. Okay. What else? The 5 of Cups, emotional loss. Okay, because of all that retrograde energy, it could be you're processing through illusions and things around the past that are causing you to feel a sense of loss. Because when we're standing at a fork in the road, new moon coming up, being able to manifest something new into our lives, it requires leaving behind things. And that can bring with it a sense of sadness, of longing. Look at this guy. He's clutching his heart, and from there, the sound is echoing out in this shell into the universe. Okay. Let's get one more. No, I just want one more, please, for the collective. What do we have? Oh, wow. Okay. Very decisive. 8 of Wands here. Accelerated motion. Leo energy. Right now we have Venus retrograde through Leo as part of the retrograde party. Leo is all about hope and optimism in the heart and creativity and joy and happiness. So although we might feel a little bit sad about things that are falling away from our life, well, they were not built to last. And here is the motion going forward. I love this because it ties in Aquarius energy with that star right there, the new hope, the new vision, and the new dream. 8 of Wands is a lot of passionate energy in the direction that you want to head in. All right. Let's do some star codes on this one. What are the astrological energies influencing this reading for whoever's resonating? Now, this could be astrology in your chart and someone around you, or just overall influencing the situation. Let's see. What do we have from the star codes? Astro Oracle. Card explosion. Sorry, you guys. Let's get these organized. What do we have for whoever's resonating with this? Okay. Let's go. Oh, wow. All right. Okay. Another one. The overall energy I'm getting here is asking you to be very, very clear about what serves you and what doesn't. What dreams work in your favor. Look at that, Uranus, ruling planet of Aquarius. And right here we have the 11th house. Aquarius rules the 11th house. You could definitely be an Aquarius. You could have Aquarius strongly in your chart. But more than anything, what I'm picking up here is that future vision. What's next? What is going to be best in the overall sense? And Uranus right here brings about change and disruption. That's why it's so important right now that we come to understand the illusions that were present with Neptune. Let's get one more, and then I'll read through them with you. The 5th house, Leo rules the 5th house. Interesting, we have Leo and Aquarius here, opposite signs. Aquarius is all about detaching from your heart and deciding what's best for the overall situation, for the future, for the collective, for the whole, your community. The 5th house is all about your own passion, what fires up your heart and what can you create from there. We have 2 cards of Leo right here. Leo and Aquarius playing a big role here. Okay, if that means anything to you guys, we also have the solar calm, which is clarify, exactly, see clear, look within, get clarity on what comes next for you, what illusions need to come down with that tower. Time for a nap so that you can get clarity and fall into alignment. Look at the chakra alignment there with what it is that you've been manifesting into your life. All right. Wow. Okay. Let's get into the reading, you guys. I'm going to use the good tarot to lay the base energies. Let's see what happened in the recent past for whoever's, alrighty. I'll take them both. For whoever's, oh, I see. 3 of Swords. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. More Aquarius. We have the 5 of Cups there. And the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Wands. Leo, fire energy. All right. In the recent past, this could be about considering the times when maybe your passion led you astray. The Queen of Fire acts from the heart. You can see her heart chakra is all ignited there. And it is that passion that lends her the ability to take confident risks in life, to engage on a heart level and create from there. Then we have the 3 of Swords. So you could have been dealing with this Queen of Fire, very attractive, very confident, very sexy and magical energy. You could have been dealing with a Queen of Wands energy in your past. Now this could have been within you, and times when perhaps this led you into a 3 of Swords heartbreak situation. Or the Queen of Fire could be somebody you knew in your recent past. And with this 3 of Swords here, it's bringing up the experience with this person either caused you to feel heartbreak that was very familiar, matching what you felt before, part of a cycle to do with your illusions. Or this person actually is part of this heartbreak. It's going to be different for each of you depending on where you fall in the reading. But this is also about understanding, like I said, where your true heart lays as opposed to where you thought. In the recent past, there could have been heartbreaks experienced from that. What's happening in the present? Let's take a look what's going on right now. Okay. So maybe you took a leap of faith on your passion and it led to some heartbreak in the past. Oh, yes. Queen of Swords, Aquarius here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini again. The Queen of Swords is almost the opposite of the Queen of Fire. We have fire and air here. The Queen of Swords applies discernment and lessons learned from the past. So here, what did you learn from the past? Three of Swords. Straight into the Queen of that element, which is, what did you learn? Where did your discernment come from? And what decisions will you make based on that, based on what you now know? This Queen of Swords could be you wanting to communicate with somebody, perhaps coming in and delivering a message that's going to change everything. We have the Ten of Fire that came out. Ten of Wands, more fire energy. The Ten of Wands is the completion of a long and difficult cycle through your life. This could have be a cycle to do with your own sexual energy. For those of you who relate to it that way, the Wands also represent our sexual drive. Perhaps in the past, that's led you astray. It could also be the path that you've laid and the lessons therein. It could mark a 10-year cycle in your life that's coming to culmination. A 10-year cycle of where this Queen of Fire energy has caused you heartbreak or led to heartbreak. There could be a certain clarity coming to you now around that. All right, let's see the next steps, which fell on the floor. More Swords energy. We have the Six of Swords here, the Six of Air. The Six of Swords is and coming off of the 5, so 5 to the 6, progressing through a struggle. It comes after maybe a time of argument, an internal struggle perhaps. Now, swords can be words that are spoken sharply, things that were said. Perhaps there was a fight with this Queen of Wands that led to this heartbreak. And it could be that you're trying to process through that right now. Okay? So the Six of Swords is, again, look who's on the bottom. The King of Swords, Aquarius himself. Beautiful. King and Queen of Swords, to me, are the couple who have the most respect for one another, the best communication. And they're very, very wise based on life experience. Okay? So there could be a communication that needs to happen. And it is going to change everything here. In the past, you might have regrets about certain actions or things you've said, certain things where maybe you weren't clear and you spoke out of turn. All right. Let's see. Who's in your surrounding energy? Oh, look at this. Fire and air. This whole reading is fire and air. Here we have the Two of Fire and the Two of Air. What does your heart say? What does your head say? This is a real head and heart battle here. Very much Fantasy Island. There's a need to make a decision. And the thing about the Two of Swords is that, again, look at this. It has that real Neptunian energy I described in the intro, kind of being lost in the watery depths of Pisces, not being able to see clearly enough to make a logical decision. Poor Queen of Swords. That's why the Ten of Fire is there with her. The passion is overriding the logic, and that can be a bit of a fearful thing, but there's a need to make a decision about your future, head or heart or head or heart. Right there. We have the 5th house of passion and the 8 of Wands, which is fast forward movement. So around you, there could be a need to make a decision in a situation. Which one are you going to listen to? Or can you synchronize them? Head and heart. Okay. That's, I'm going to move all these over just a smidge. Sorry, you guys, I'm quite finicky about this. Okay. Let's see. Wow. See how this Two of Fire gets kind of a broad overall scope of the future that lies ahead. And it's framed in this golden light of your own passion. But then we get the cold confusion of the Two of Swords. So they're quite contrasting energies. It's a study in opposites right now. Okay. What are the challenges in this situation, please? All right. The 9 of Wands, we have the 10 to the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is a moment of rest, time for a nap, before the completion of a long and difficult cycle in your life. Now, this could be becoming quite burdenous for you. There could be a need to make a move, and right now you're sort of like holding back, taking a deep breath and processing the past so far. It's the Wounded Warrior card. Look again, more Leo energy, but see how she's holding the star? Aquarius, tapping into that part of the self, the guidance, the hope, the external, not the internal. What are you being guided towards? And what are you going to plant your new hope on? As a challenge right now, it's like the fight so far has been long, but there's only one more push to go. 8 to the 9 of Wands. And there we have the 10 with the Queen of Swords, very determined to make this happen. Whatever it is, which we'll get more clarity. Potential outcome, which also fell on the floor. These cards are very active. The Messenger of Earth, I love this. Earth energy, Capricorn and Virgo, which are big players in the sky right now. And what this is saying is that what you want to invest in and plant your seed, the offer that you want to make, perhaps to this Queen of Fire, Queen of Swords person, has been really thought about, really grounded and rooted. It's escaping that watery energy we talked about. Cultivating an offer or a gift or a new beginning of sorts that can be built to last. Structurally sound. Will it hold up? Pentacles always ask that question. And that's the potential outcome. Because you want to take things at a certain pace here in order to build towards something that's going to grow into healthier structures, right? Which is what we talked about. Why? The Empress. On the bottom of the deck, we have Taurus and Libra here. Divine feminine energy. Okay, so the Empress is in a position, oh, look at this. We have I was going to say of what you might not see. And we have the moon. Cancer and Pisces with the moon there. So you might be keeping plans, hidden from this Empress energy, the Seven of Swords, Aquarius. The Seven of Swords is about keeping a plan and a strategy to yourself. What is the strategy? To offer an Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, to this Empress. Wow. Very powerful stuff. And you've been working on this for a while. The Messenger of Earth doesn't travel fast, but always crosses the finish line, always plants that seed and allows it to build. This has been the process through. Something's going to change here. You've been missing somebody a lot, and you want to make an offer to them. Perhaps having had the time now to process through a lot of illusions, there could have been confusion in this situation. But you want to do this the right way, by the book. So you've stood at that fork in the road for some time. Go back to March of this year. What was happening in your life at that time? Because that's when this moon cycle began. Very interesting. I'm loving this so far. Let's go into the Luna Luniverse because it has that dreamy Piscean quality and get some clarity here. Who is this Queen of Fire? What about her? Because it's attached to this Three of Swords. So, I don't know. There's something maybe about this person that reminds you of heartbreak from the past. Or perhaps there were actions taken in the past too passionately that led to heartbreak. And now it's like, well, you're going to approach with a slower building energy. Not too many. I did see the Devil, though. Capricorn's major arcana. Saturn. What did you learn? Okay. Queen of Wands, please. What do we have? The Four of Wands. More fire energy. The Four of Wands is again about, it's a celebration card. It's about achieving what you visualized. It's where what you dreamed about comes into reality. Three of Swords. It didn't happen. And that could be because in the past, you've been led astray by perhaps your own passion and your own heart, your illusions around that. Also, the Queen of Wands can be a bit of a warning sign about ego and vanity. Two associations with that as well. Okay. With the solar calm. Let's move on to the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Wands here. I want to see about this Tower in the present tense. Okay. There could have been a disruption to something that was stable for you based on this, the Queen of Wands. Like, remember I said, this Queen of Wands could represent fantasy for you. Ten of Fire. Another seven, Seven of Cups, Neptune, right there. See how things look differently when you view through the cup as opposed to the reality surrounding them? This is looking through the lens of love. It can be a very illusionary energy. Seven of Cups can be about not knowing what you see, thereby not being able to make the right decision. Seven of Cups, the world. the completion of a cycle, the culmination. It's the end to start a new beginning. Alternatively, there could be a distance between you and this person you want to communicate with. And that could be why there's emotional confusion as well. Because when you don't have, remember I said you can't see with the Two of Swords? Queen of Swords needs to see clearly. See the owl with perfect 360-degree vision. Seeing perfectly clearly, which could be hard to do right now. Okay. Why is the Six of Swords? And the Six of Swords is associated with that Uranus energy of change. So whatever upheaval or change that happened in your life recently caused you to feel quite a lot of sadness and regret. Longing for something vague, you know, like an energetic longing for the past. Six of Swords. What's here? You might be missing this person a good deal as well. Why is the Six of Swords here? Yeah, Temperance, Sag, right there. Temperance is about understanding that in order to make a change of this magnitude in your life, to drop away all of those things that you once held on to that perhaps led you into Three of Swords, taking your time, weighing it out, being careful about how you incorporate the passion this time. Using the wisdom of Sagittarius to move forward out of the pain and longing. So giving yourself time to recover from whatever happened in the past with this Three of Swords. Whatever it was caused a big disruption. And I think you're starting to question at this point in time with that Queen of Swords whether or not it was worth it. Whether or not the passion that caused the disruption in your life was actually worth it. And the Temperance card is about treating yourself kindly. Again, understanding that through a magnitude of change like this, it requires careful handling. And that's in the near future. Let's see. Why is Temperance here? For whoever resonates with this. Okay. Facing your illusions for sure. The Three of Cups, interesting. And the Ten of Wands again. Okay. The Three of Cups is part of this five. In the traditional tarot, we have a hooded character looking at three spilled over cups. All the love, all the creativity, all of the emotions spilled out in the past. Those are the three cups. But what's not being focused on is two cups that are behind the back of that character. He can't see them yet. That's what's on the path ahead. And that's the reason for the disruption. But right now, this sadness is becoming quite a burden, and it's asking you to move out of your mind, Five of Swords, into the Six of Swords, heading towards a brighter future. See that sailboat? Based on what you now know. Okay. Disruption. So, where your passion may have caused disruption in your world in the past, now you're kind of assessing that and realizing that and learning the lessons. The Six of Swords for me is very much a card about learning the lessons. Where do you want to go from here? And that's that moon we talked about. Two of Fire in your surroundings with the Two of Swords and the way forward, Eight of Wands. What was our astrology? Oh, towards your passion with the fifth house. All right. What's going on here? How many? Okay, look, oh my goodness. Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups. Water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The Ace of Cups to the Ten of Cups here. This is about making a decision about whether or not where your passion is leading you has the potential to grow into something very, very emotionally prosperous and happy. All of the tens are what will last. For me, you have 10 wands, the completion of a difficult cycle, and 10 cups, emotional happiness and satisfaction. This ace is associated with the future. But in order to have that ace, in order to obtain and grow that Ace of Pentacles into the 10, it requires processing through all of this stuff from the past. Getting clear with that solar calm, that time for a nap, that Queen of Swords, cutting through your illusions of the Seven of Cups so that you can arrive and manifest, Two of Wands, a future that has emotional fulfillment involved in it based on your heart. This is about learning to trust your heart again. 9 of Fire in the blockages. Why is this here, please? Why is the 9? So it's a decision to go for it, even though you're afraid that this heart energy is not leading you down the right direction. It's telling you to get clear. Slice through your own illusions here and answer to that call. 9 of Fire, please. The King of Cups. Wow. And the 3 of Wands. Okay, I love it. From the 2 to the 3 of Wands, there is a beautiful translation. Translation? Where did that come from? Anyway, it's an interesting way to go here. The 3 of Wands with the 9 of Wands being the challenge here, it can be about like seeing the future. It can be about using your optimism to visualize the future. You're trying to build something here. Now, the King of Wands, or the King of Cups, although he's the king of emotion, that means he only shows his emotion when the time is right. 9 of Wands, you could be holding back your feelings right now because you have a plan. 7 of Swords showed up, keeping that plan a secret. And this is but you're almost there. And then you're ready to communicate. This is definitely about you making plans behind the scenes that you're not telling somebody about. And you have an idea that you can grow this into the 10 of Cups. Now that you've dealt with a lot of things below the surface that perhaps were keeping you in heartbreak or in memories of that or in loss and longing. So keeping your emotions back right now, it could be getting quite burdenous. And that's why it's appearing in the challenge. But the Wounded Warrior is there. Follow your star. Follow what you're being guided toward. And that's showing up here as very strongly in the challenge. From the 2 to the 3 of Wands is okay, I've made the decision. Now it's time for me to actually share my vision with somebody else. Speak to them about it. Include them in that vision. Let's go to the Messenger of Earth. And in come now the communication. But this is the process. Now the Knight of Pentacles can be communication. It can be an offer. It can be actually a physical, tangible proof for somebody. Something you want to give them. Page of Swords. Okay, yeah, standing back, still watching, learning. You've been observing. You've been laying the groundwork. The Page of Swords is a very diligent energy. It's still learning, but it's using like mental acuity again to study a person, to study a situation, to know what it's going to take. You've been doing a lot of watching and waiting, my friend, if you're resonating with this. King of Swords. Why didn't I know he was going to come out? The King of Swords is the strategist, the plan maker. So before you communicate with this Queen of Swords energy, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, it could be that you approach this Queen of Wands in the past from a very sexual standpoint, all passion related. And that led to heartbreak. For some of you, that's the story. And the rebuild is slow. For some of you, it could be that you're quite intimidated or you understand, because the King of Swords understands now where illusions have led them astray. You could have misjudged this person in the past as well. That's also a possibility here based on your own thinking, based on illusions. But either way, the King of Swords is standing back and watching, waiting in order to bring in this offer. What is this offer? What do you want to offer? Knight of Pentacles, please. What do you want to offer? What is this pentacle? Oh my gosh. It's the 2 of Cups. I'm so emotional, you guys. That hit me right in the heart chakra. Because remember I said in the 5 of Cups, what you don't see is the 2 of Cups. There it is. That's what you want. And that's what you want to bring into union with whoever this person is that you're bringing this offer for. What else? Let's see. What should we ask here? Why is this taking so long? What is the central fear here? The Tower's coming in as a way of opening all this up. That's for sure. Okay, you really want this person and you really want something stable with them. But you've been really taking your time. Going about it the right way, by the book. The Knight of Pentacles again, okay? I'm like, what's taking so long? Well, the Knight of Pentacles is taking so long. I love the Knight of Pentacles, much better than, say, the Knight of Cups, who might be a little more flim-flam, come in knowing the right things to say to sway your emotions, but then he's out of there again. Where the Knight of Cups is in love with love, the Knight of Pentacles loves it so much they want to keep it, build it, own it. Capricorn energy. We have the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. There's the passion. And there's the final wand right there. As soon as you communicate with this Queen of Swords, that's going to bring about the change, the Tower, and Aquarius here with the 11th house. That's going to bring about the change. And you want to say, I've been missing you. My heart is calling out for you. You might regret actions you didn't take in the past as well, for sure. And that's why it's been taking a lot of time to build up the right offer, something stable, grounded, rooted, which is how we started this reading with the base chakra. Okay, very interesting. So it is definitely about coming to terms with your own illusions and your own ego type situation here, and moving it into something more solid and logical and buildable and all of those things. That's where the Two of Cups is. Sandwiched between the two Knight of Pentacles that came out. You want this, and you've been working on this. Wow, what a powerful reading. My goodness. Let's go to the True Love reading cards. A lot of my cards are still packed up from the move, you guys, so pardon me while I take this. I free it from its box. True Love reading cards. Belinda Grace. What do we have? Anything else for whoever's resonating with this in the collective? What else do we have? Anything else? Fantasy Island. Wow. You know what I love? Where is that Six of Swords? It looks like they're sailing away from Fantasy Island, taking what you learned and moving towards the new beginning with Aquarius and Uranus. Change. Wow. Okay. 2 more shuffles, please. Okay, thank you. Oh, the distorted masculine. You could definitely be a masculine watching this reading. That is the vibe I'm getting for sure. And indeed, many of my readings tend to apply more to the masculine energy within. The distorted masculine. Remember when I said in the past, you might have approached this Queen of Wands in the wrong. You might have misjudged her. You might have miscalculated her. You might have thought she was all about ego. But the Queen of Swords is here. So that could have been an error made. The distorted masculine can be all about using your fantasies to avoid certain things. And rather than rushing in with the passion and all of that kind of stuff, the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords is saying, this is a better strategy to get what you want. And you want what you want. You didn't get it in the past. Let's get another one. What do we have, please? Oh my gosh, the yin yang, divine masculine and feminine. We had the Empress on the bottom of the deck. I'm loving this. Let's get one more. Bringing about the balance. We had Aquarius and Leo all over this reading. The balance of opposition, which is the yin yang energy. Okay. The Gardener, a very Virgoian card. Growing things that feed you, that you can build, that sustain you. Beautiful. And that takes partnership. 2 of Cups. Inner peace on the bottom of the deck. And that's when that conflict between the head and the heart comes to rest. Wow. Let's close the reading with the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, you guys. They're not my advice, so just take whatever resonates. As always, what do we have? Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. That's exactly what we talked about in the intro. The new moon in Virgo is creating your new reality. Think, dream, imagine, and make sure that's coming from a place of healthy and sustainable. Let's get another one. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. I feel like that's a head and heart thing as well. For some of you, it could be about money. It could be about losing prosperity. But nevertheless, what this is saying with that 5 of Cups is that it's all about your heart. That's why Leo's showing up. Let's get another one. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So there could be a little separation right now while you process, well, there has been, while you process through all of your own kind of past pains and illusions. This is also pointing to the fact that the things that you feel sad about might not be coming from the most realistic place. That's definitely possible. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. And it's on its way with that Knight of Pentacles. Nothing is missing. It's just in the process. So whenever it is that you decide to make this, and I'm going with that new moon in Virgo is probably when this process will take place for you. If you're resonating on the side of the King of Swords. If you're this Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands energy, well, same thing. What you've been waiting for is on the way, 2 of Cups. It's just being built the right way. Instead of with all the flim-flam passion of the 4 of Wands, Queen of Wands. Wow. All right, you guys, that's what I have for you. Welcome to Fantasy Island. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated and was helpful for some of you, all of you. Take what resonates always and leave what doesn't. I love you guys so much. Good luck with this. I'll be back with that new moon reading. We can talk about how to manifest. I'll see you soon, my friends. Bye for now.